As the clock struck midnight on January 17, 2025, a new chapter in the U.S. immigration narrative began to unfold, particularly for those navigating the complexities of the H-1B visa program. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, unveiled a series of significant changes aimed at modernizing the visa process, enhancing flexibility, and strengthening the program's integrity. These changes were not merely bureaucratic adjustments. They represented a shift in the landscape of opportunities for immigrants, international students, and employers alike. At the heart of these reforms was the revised definition of specialty occupations. Previously, the H-1B program had been limited to specific fields, often creating a bottleneck for skilled workers whose qualifications fell just outside the narrow confines of traditional roles. The new definition, however, opened the floodgates to a broader array of positions that could accept various related degree fields. This change meant that employers could now hire candidates with diverse educational backgrounds, fostering a richer tapestry of skills and perspectives within the workforce. For instance, a company looking to fill a role in data analysis could consider applicants with degrees in statistics, mathematics, computer science, or even economics, thus enriching the talent pool and enhancing innovation. This flexibility was particularly beneficial for international students transitioning from F1 status to H-1B. The enhanced cap-gap protections were a game-changer, allowing these students to maintain their lawful status and work authorization during the often tumultuous transition period. Previously, the gap between the expiration of F1 status and the start of H-1B employment could lead to significant disruptions, leaving students in precarious situations. With the new cap-gap provisions, students could breathe a sigh of relief, knowing they had the security to continue working without interruption while their H-1B petitions were processed. This stability was crucial not only for the students themselves, but also for the employers who relied on their skills and contributions. The reforms didn't stop there. USCIS also strengthened its site visit authority, allowing for more rigorous compliance verifications. This move aimed to ensure that employers were adhering to the regulations governing the H-1B program, thus enhancing the integrity of the system. Employers could expect more frequent checks, but this was a necessary step toward maintaining trust in the program. By holding employers accountable, USCIS aimed to protect the interests of both workers and the integrity of the immigration process. Moreover, the expanded cap-exempt eligibility broadened the criteria for who could qualify for H-1B petitions. This change was particularly significant for institutions of higher education, nonprofit research organizations, and governmental research entities, allowing them to draw upon a wider pool of talent without the constraints of the annual cap. For employers, this meant an increased ability to attract and retain highly skilled individuals who could contribute to their missions without the looming pressure of cap restrictions. Perhaps one of the most groundbreaking changes was the introduction of self-sponsorship opportunities for international students. Under the new regulations, these students could establish their own businesses and qualify for H-1B status, provided they met specific criteria related to specialty occupations and maintained a legitimate employer-employee relationship. This empowerment of budding entrepreneurs was a significant departure from traditional norms, encouraging innovation and self-reliance among international students. The prospect of launching a startup while simultaneously securing a visa status was a thrilling opportunity, allowing students to contribute to the economy in novel ways. The broader implications of these changes were profound. For immigrants and international students, the extended cap-gap period offered a newfound sense of stability and security, allowing them to plan their futures with greater confidence. No longer would they face the anxiety of navigating a precarious transition. Instead, they could focus on their careers, studies, and contributions to society. For entrepreneurs, the ability to self-sponsor opened doors to creativity and ambition, fostering a spirit of innovation that could lead to new businesses and job creation. Employers, too, stood to benefit significantly from the updated specialty occupation definition and expanded cap-exempt eligibility, The increased flexibility in hiring meant that companies could bring in a wider range of talent, adapting more readily to the demands of an ever-evolving market. This adaptability was crucial in a global economy where the competition for skilled labor was fierce. Employers could now craft more diverse teams, drawing from a rich pool of candidates with varied backgrounds and experiences, ultimately driving innovation and growth. Yet, amid these positive developments, the political landscape loomed large, influencing immigration policies and the ongoing debates surrounding issues like privacy and compliance. The changes to the H-1B program were not made in a vacuum. They reflected broader discussions about the role of immigration in the U.S. economy and society. Advocates for reform celebrated the modernized approach, while critics raised concerns about compliance and the potential for abuse of the system. The balance between encouraging immigration and ensuring program integrity remained a contentious topic, highlighting the complexities of immigration policy in a polarized political climate. For immigrants and international students, staying informed and seeking guidance became paramount in navigating this evolving landscape. The changes brought new opportunities, but they also required a keen understanding of the updated regulations and requirements. Organizations dedicated to supporting immigrants sprang into action, offering resources and advice to help individuals make sense of the new rules. Legal experts, community groups, and educational institutions all played vital roles in ensuring that those affected could access the information they needed to thrive. As the sun rose on this new era of the H-1B visa program, it was clear that the changes implemented by USCIS were not just bureaucratic adjustments, they were transformative shifts that would shape the futures of countless individuals and the economy as a whole. The promise of a more flexible, inclusive, and integrity-driven immigration system held the potential to empower a new generation of immigrants, entrepreneurs, and employers, paving the way for a vibrant and dynamic workforce that reflected the diverse fabric of American society.